and just rolling up. You can either keep the thumbs like so, or you can move it inward perpendicular to your body and do that. But just remember to keep your shoulders back the whole time, because you don't want to use any of the rotator cuff muscles to try and bring the shoulder up like that. So keep them tight and just row. And of course you can always do, like, be right here and just do a single arm standing on either side as well. That's the kettlebell row, upright.
Forward, exhale and lift the dumbbells straight to your sides until both arms are parallel to the floor. After a brief moment at the top contracted position, inhale and slowly lower the dumbbells back to the starting position.
Advantages over more conventional equipment include increased activation of the intersegmental stabilizers of your spine and core muscles in general. While high resistance is possible, the focus is on dynamic flexion and extension. Exercises like the deadlift that utilize a static lumbar lordotic lifting posture are more suited to maximum tension, targeting the long erectors of your spine. Generally, I suggest 2 or 3 sets of 4 to 6 reps with good form, not to muscle failure, 2 to 5 times per week with your other core exercises. Don't do back extensions on the same day with heavy squats or deadlifts. I use a wall to anchor my feet when performing back extensions over the ball in order to create more resistance and involve the hamstrings and glutes.
Favorite. You're going to come up and rotate your hand upwards as you come up. Squeeze the bicep. On the negative, when you're coming down, rotate your hand back to the start position, the neutral position. Then you start on your other arm. Come up, rotate so that the palms are up, that's called supinated, and release back down to neutral. With this, you see a lot of bad habits where guys are swinging weights and releasing and swinging weights and releasing. It's doing nothing for them. Keep very controlled. If the weight's too heavy, if you need to start swinging, then lower the weight. You'll get more out of it with a more controlled movement. So again, come up, squeeze, rotate the wrist up, the palms up, and come back down. And same thing on the other side. And come back down. One major thing to watch out for is those elbows. You want to keep them locked in place. So as you're coming up, you're not going to bring that elbow forward because that gives you leverage that takes away from the exercise. You're going to keep that elbow right by your side. You're up, and you're up, and squeeze, and release. Make sure that you breathe through the whole exercise too. As you come up, breathe out, release, breathe in, come up, breathe out, release, breathe in. That's your alternating dumbbell curl.
Get your chest up, sit up straight, and you're gonna bring the dumbbell up just like this. Curl it all the way up to your chest, and then come back down. Make sure you're careful when you come back down. Your elbow is locked in place. You don't want to hyperextend it by coming down too fast. You're gonna breathe out on the way up, just like this. Breathe in on the way down. Controlled motion. And just make sure when you finish your reps on one side, you go to the other side as well. Just like this. That's how you do a dumbbell concentration curl. Hits the peak of the bicep. We guys.
Dumbbells together. Come up, squeeze, and control the negative. As you control the negative back down, you're going to rotate your hands back to the start position. Okay? Now, with this, breathing is very important. You always want to breathe during the part that you're working against gravity. Okay? So you're going to breathe out and breathe in as you come back down. Again, you're controlling it. Bad habits that you see, guys throwing the weight up, dropping the weight down, not doing a thing to help themselves. Always keep control, especially during the negative. It's very important to keep control during that negative, during the part where you're releasing the weight. It actually benefits you twofold to control that part of the exercise as opposed to just the contraction. Another bad habit you see, guys moving their elbows all the way forward to try to get leverage. That takes away from the exercise completely. Keep those elbows locked in place. Again, up, squeeze that bicep at the top, and release. And that's your dumbbell curl.